and a man look at the show back, and now young crying or the yes, and what the be wouldn't assume when she and so. Say last 2 years, my meals must we, and in last year, so we. Even this year, crying back to talk about you. In this sense, and what we say is that men will see with time on unnecessary issues. But when you are a leader, no, you are leading people. So there are so many issues. There are no issue by a issue if I won't crawl for you. So as a leader, no, you have to avail yourself, give oral reception to such kind of gossips. Then when it gets to you, you find ways and means of addressing it. Maybe I make Obi Abekachao as a layman, I won't lead any group be yourself. What we say, I say, my way, boy way, get away, almost dating. No, no, say, they see you and about Kudia, and then mention about you know, that kind of gossip. All issues I made here must be swallowed because it doesn't matter you personally, but it involves you because you lead some group of people. Into your leader, as when you be a friend says, sieve will say a normal about winning, and you should be able to sieve it, get to the real issues, and see how best you can address them. Because the leader, many things will come to you. The association I belong to the educational movement. Me, I'm a personal spiritual master. On your Ghanaian. So I remember the first time or Bar Africa, first time. Now, as a master in the bar, people go there with their own personal issues. Maybe how to practice well, how to make spiritual advancement. And some few people are almost as a matter they go there complaining about other people, what some people have done, and all that. You know, the master, baby, I now go be any man, every person call report to him about someone and devote him. Or can I say 2, 3 minutes, 5 minutes? I say, check. What's it devoted to the same? No, all good. Now, my friend, servant, they say, please come, call this devotee for me. Devotee now will go in here, become a answer. Call him for me. Devotee also has a also. Your papa. No, I can get that answer. Please, what you were telling me, go ahead. Say on who was so if you and so many times, you know, you could intro. You can't say my enemy. If I didn't buy any more evidence. Okay? And you know, what the one I say, what the one I pay now, who you walk. What the one I say? Oh, yeah, no, we shall say, Sadly, go to me, I give them pana. Oh, yeah, they offer. But you also go to me, I have or 2 young pa or 2 young come. And I say, oh, wait, you know, the other come up. And I go back to the general be I think the Omega City is involved. No, but I said, it's up. Some way now, when I'll buy our become be answer me. What I said, the Oya and one of the hand. So, because the master was trying to instill this discipline, said we should focus on the good side of people rather than looking at their bad side and what they are not doing well. Yes, what they are not doing well matters to us, but what of what they are doing well? You must be able to first identify what people are doing well, then that will even guarantee you for you to be able to assess what they are not doing well. But any human being who first always look at what people are not doing well, then you can't be before. So we will be here. You don't look at what people are doing well. Also, you just be talking about what they are not doing well. Such a person cannot be considered a sincere person. So yes, what coaching is very good. As a leader, now you have to be able to swallow some of this. Like I'm telling you, among the complaints, but some of them have very vital information. As a leader, you must work on very swiftly. But some of them need just ordinary gossip. So as a leader, you should be able to ascertain, say, then partner with me after 3 months, and our board group will not go. And it's a leader. I know that many of us are more multi-year. It will be our unique in leadership idea position. But there will be about the wasting one of the kind of as a person and benefit to in a sense that don't waste your time. Don't waste your time. Because the more now we wasting with time, we be something. Then not being in that situation. Time now we wasting your time, your resources, your energy, putting into a gossip and benefit as a person. Why wasting your time? Say 30 minutes. And I yes, I get the same 30 minutes. Nobody go out and propose the idea. It is not benefit in the future. So that is what I say, leader. You should be able to make yourself available for people to put all their unnecessary stuff on you. But it's up to you to see it. So why you're very careful as a leader, people will come to you, complain about other people, then you begin to think evil about them, ill about them. But not anti-sada. See, say deeper. I know some people in life so you will never know if you don't have that power of discernment. Or better enough for people who get from that moment to the person, you will see the person as an enemy. A leader should not allow himself to become too vulnerable that way. Because good people will come, people with good intention will come to you, people with bad intention will come to you, and people with evil and demonic intention will come to you. It is up to you as a leader to be able to see the information you receive and see how to act upon them. And a leader should always make this point clear. Don't live within your position. Live outside it. You must live outside your position. As soon as a leader lives within his position, that person becomes very, very vulnerable. Because there are many issues that will be targeted towards the position of your leadership. You won't know what inside that. I bet overcome. My more example. Jnana, the way I do, I involve attending to many people, and now because social media, people that talk to you on Facebook Messenger, you can see your message, WhatsApp, the same. If I say, I tell you because of the go to Telegram and see. So many messages. People come to me in the house and where I work and like that. So if I live within the work I do, I'll die quick. But I live outside what I do. So me, to see how many comments that happen, I'll sleep right now. There's no way to say, yeah, appetite. I have my aspect all the time. Small that I can eat. I am telling you, I am not stressed. But I don't get stressed out because I don't live in the work I do. I live outside it. So all the issues towards the work I do doesn't overcome me or overwhelm me. To your leader, learn not to live within that position, but live outside it. And it is only the complete show. So I assume I can't say because we're a chairperson. If you live within the chairperson position, you will accept those insults. And next moment, you say the person now so called you do whatever, you begin to see that person as an enemy. But if you live outside that chairmanship position, almost a terminal come at the position, not you. So you will not get distracted or disturbed. So yes, your approach now is good. Don't shun people away when they want to tell you stuff because you are a leader. If you are not a leader, yes, you can go ahead, not allowing people to waste your time with unnecessary gossips. I am benefit to any sense. I don't have time for this thing. Please go. You are not a leader occupying any leadership position. But as soon as I get that position, we are too many there. Whoever wants to tell you something, whether stupid or commonsensical, whatever it is, so just sit down, open your ears and listen to the person. After that, you see all those information, analyze them, and ask yourself, say, then a bit me, a bit me, benefit me, and make a kuna made media. This is the way a leader should go about it. Say, Obagi among four gossip to Munion to available, whatever it is. This is what I say about it. Yes, Ken.
I said, time in Bina, I come to me. But to me, say 4:45, full moon.
Okay.
Me perform me ritual. We are here in the morning. We are 3 to 4, 4:35. Saturday no me before that 4:45, and I said after 4:45.
Say yes, when we are going offside, whatever we are discussing, but because it's important. When you say a full moon, full moon lasts for 24 hours. You want the beginning time, then up to the 24th hour. Vibration. They make an say and then say 5th, right? So if full moon starts from 5 a.m., I say 5:45 a.m. It means that from 5:45 a.m. to tomorrow 5:45 a.m., all those periods in everything you use, I did be able to do full moon. The moment earlier, and I mean after the 24 hours starting from the precise time. They make what they say. They want to say, even though the full moon starts from 5:45 a.m., but many are 4 a.m., many are 4 a.m. No, wait until 5:45 a.m. And from that period now to the following day, 5:45 a.m., within the ring of the full moon, that you can do whatever ritual you're doing. But make sure you don't start it before the time. Is that okay? Thank you. Yes.
Danny, my question has got to do with the type of leaderships. One way or the other, many of us might have gone through certain leadership from class, influence, and all that stuff. So, in all your life as a life coach, this type of leadership, laissez-faire, paternalistic, maternalistic, democratic, autocratic, which one is the best? And at what point? Because in a situation, it may adopt that you have to adopt a different type of leadership, looking at the situation at hand. How do we know about this and which one? Okay.
Yeah, there are different levels of leadership. But the best of all, we call it servant leadership. Servant leadership. And the servant leadership position can be found in all the other, leadership, democratic, monarchy, whatever it is. If you assume the position of a servant leader, then you'll be able to fit into all the angles that we just mentioned. See, if you're a political figure, a political leader, now who operating with this understanding as a servant leader, you will see that position that the amount, the amount for several. The first several, the obey no man, it will inure to the benefit of your subjects. You get it? Every American company leader, administrative leader. If you see yourself say we are servant leader, you know the missions, the goals, and then the plans of that administration. And when you say administration, be able to mail to Mpoma, and you almost subject work as sending the money to Mpoma. And you being a servant leader, it will inure to the benefit of your subjects. Say at the end of the day, the goals and then the missions and the objectives of that organization will be met. Don't see, say, you have been given the chance to lord it over people. Almost say yes. Now I am the leader of this administration. A month for another before no move for any human being, I make sure to say yes, yes. And now I'm a opposition leader some time ago. They say, I'm a president. So all my opponents, I will deal with them. So if this is the way you think, it means you are not a servant leader. So yes, there were different kind of administrative structures. But by being, you should be able to accept this position. You say, we are servant to the people that you're supposed to be leading. So if this is your concept and this is your understanding, you'll be able to operate wherever you are. Okay? I'm not sure what you mean. So when you'll be at open boxing. That's what I mean. Now, OBT, elbow boxing. Now, we have 2-3 minutes. We need both sides. We need be we have back when I yell, one gets a banana. We want to now love, no attention, airports or no money, the intimate winning. But let me compare you. So we share the football, we share the boxing, we share wrestling. Maybe I work here. The open sides on now. I on that dog. I know what on that dog. I saw on the money day. You have bonus idea of bonum. Wouldn't way. Obon say, well, love, you begin to sympathize with the person that you're defeating them. It means that naturally, the human beings, we try to align ourselves with the weak. We try as much as possible to align ourselves with the weak in society. And to be a leader, now once we are a servant leader, you will do things that will inure to the benefit of the vulnerable in society. But when you are a servant leader, any position you find yourself, you will bloop. I tell you, you're going to mess up. Because now, nobody will selfish interest, selfish interest here, it is not only about the wealth you can amass. Selfish interest, and they say, if you only be war, scores you want to settle. If you be the you want to make sure that the person suffer because of the OANT. So that's feeling now, selfish interest. So a leader must not accommodate selfish interest if he wants to lead well. So yes, whether in democracy, in monarchy, in administrative, whatever it is, all leaders must acquire this attitude of servant leadership. With that kind of understanding, you'll be able to see the vulnerable in society, those who are your subject, or you're vulnerable, and you like to attend to their needs. Then your leadership will become very successful. So yes, underline the word servant leader. This is the first quality that anybody who wants to be a leader must try to adopt. Else, you become a selfish person. You will study very well, very nice, but at the end of the day, because of that selfish desire, hidden or inherent in your nature, you will become messed up. So my advice is to say, yes, the world is servant leader. You must underline that. Thank you.
I wanted to ask that as individuals, we all have our character traits.
Sure.
And we have our strengths and our weaknesses. Okay, so supposing you're given a leadership position, and the main objective or the main goal of the vision of the company itself is not really aligning to your character traits, where probably you are more or less a hybrid of intro and extrovert.
Okay.
So for you, those under you, you want to see them successful, or you want them to do well in their endeavors, and the company's objective or goals, it's so stringent that it's not allowing you to work freely. How do you work around it?
Yeah, I think your question is a very, very important question. Let me give you an example. Like someone like me, that you like to consider the weak in society all the time. You want to make sure the vulnerable in society actually benefit from whatever is there. If you join a political party like MPP or NDC, the party's agenda is to say to keep power or to win power. And there are some few things here you have to do to keep power or to win power. And yet the right thing. So when you're a communicator for say NDC or MPP, you have to go out there and defend your political party no matter what. So if you are a good leader, you don't accept position in such places. Because see as a MPP there. Now will be MPP communicating about one thing that can be say from that moment, the person will be tagged, and if you're not very careful, they can even eliminate you. So as soon as anything was on my agenda, you play. Now we're a good person, a sincere person, you believe in the system of karma, and you want to act properly. Now we need now cut here NDC power problem. So don't become MPP, don't become NDC. Because as far as you are there, you will fall to toe on the line of the organization. And at the end of the day, it will not help you. Now, unless make a big one or more objectives or more goals, and now they are a putian for family. Name maybe on say our leaders must be so strict to the point say the subject will even fear approaching them. Bibi to sign and yet very difficult for you to be able to adjust. What the can say? Everyone say you were maybe the penny in the office, baby, or even the people don't even have access to they say the manager. Say the bear only immediate son man. So when you need now what this kind of treat you have to find ways and means what so now very interactive with the people. I won't form book company numerous. By the same time, your subject there will feel comfortable coming to you. They might not be coming there physically. You can find ways and means for them to have your telephone number. Anytime, off duty, if you have any issues, you can call me and I'll attend to you and I'll talk to you. What's the next thing?
Doesn't it also stress you? I'm asking this because I was managing a restaurant, and when I got there, they had a culture. Even at the interview, the general manager told me that be sure that you're not coming to change our culture.
And what was the
And
culture?
what was the culture? I did not ask, but I told him, well, once I come in, I'll follow through the culture. But then when I came in, I realized that there was fear and panic.
Okay.
And unfortunately for me, I'm not created like that. What is not right, I would say, is as it is. And so the managing director apparently got interested in my work. He realized that I was timely, and anytime he comes to the restaurant, everything was done properly. So he was giving me more tasks.
Okay.
Okay, so the fear of, okay, why he, hey, MD, maybe I'm MD, a friend, you know, those kind of things. So when he gives me work to do, then my general manager, who is also on top of me, will find a way to stop it.
Okay.
Now I'm out of the place, and they want me back. But it gave me a lot of stress, because when I'm correcting stuff, my superiors are also, you know, manipulating their way. They are living according to their culture. And at the end of the day, when something happens, I will be held responsible, and I don't like that.
Okay.
So it gave me a lot of stress. So if the company is, if their culture is not aligning with the way I want to work, how, I just
Yeah,
think
I think, excuse me 1 minute. Again. Check it, but check it. Why not you are? Say, go to perform a crown. See, my dear, the attorney said, every company is actually looking for results. That's one thing you need to understand. So now, using your own as an example, it's a restaurant, right? I think the restaurant definitely they are looking for ways and means that profit. And until actually the culture of the company is not to create fear and panic. Their own is to get results. But it is some few members in the company, you know, and on more selfish interest. And must have fear and panic, you know, I really say the culture of the company. In the war as an individual, you do what will help the company to achieve their goals. Anything like that, it will be said, the highest boss, you know, he is seeing the good in you and engaging you. What you have to do is that you have to create a situation. You have to create a scene. Say the mayor, the director will see the kind of infiltration that will give them the area. About that, only wrong because see, the company is expecting that every month we're able to get, say, 1 million Ghana cedis. But because of that fear and panic, you lose our budget now. I mean, I would say goals, you know. So by your own actions and inactions, you know, you've been able to get that kind of you go now more again. So now the director is happy with you. But this person who is superior to you is not actually allowing you. So you have to create a scene. How do you do that? How do you do that? Say maybe this month you try your best, you're able to get the 1 million Ghana cedis. Everybody's happy. But you know, say you are going through a lot of stress because your general manager is not actually happy with you frontiering everything. So you make sure the next month you will try to follow his own whims and caprices so that you will not get to the 1 million. So as soon as this your goal is dropped, there will be a general meeting. Last month we got 1 million, this month we got 700,000. Do you have any explanation to this? Then there is a scene you have created. You have to let them understand. Say, since you came here, one will say your fear and panic within the members there. So people are not pulling out. And the first month, you did your best, but unfortunately, your general manager was not happy with it. And wait 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And on here in the first month, you just, overlook them. You try your best. That's why you're able to help them to have the 1 million Ghana. But this month, you decided to go his own way. That's why you are 700 Ghana. So, per se, lose our goal in there. But before you should put your eyes down and see what's happening in the company. You have created a scene. Now he doesn't have any option but to allow you to operate. What physically? The person can do many things spiritually, metaphysically, but physically, no. Only thing of statue because now the company was able to achieve the goal in the previous month. This month we couldn't. So the director now he will be happy. Said, then I'll bet me you bet me achieve your goals, So you have to create a scene. Say the better nipa the do obey guy. And yes, I get your point. You have to leave the place and go and do your own thing.
Thank you. I hope I'm not asking too much.
No, it's okay. We have time to. You can just ask.
So, just like your advice, I did that. So when he went on leave, we had a meeting with the managing director. Actually, I trained all the staff by myself. I created my own training models and everything. And when the certificates were printed, my name was not on it. It was he himself and the HR manager. I wasn't bothered because I'm not one person I don't look out for positions. I look out for my earnings, because that is what I believe I live on. And when he went on leave, everything that he has instated that was making us not achieve our goals was taken off. But then when he came, he found he did his own thing to make sure that it was reinstated. So then we were asking ourselves, is it that he's done something to the managing director? Because it's like when he's not there, everything moves on smoothly and there is growth.
In his presence, nothing moves.
But when nothing moves. And he's been there for about 25 years.
I have to come back to one point. As a leader, you must also develop some mystic powers. Every leader. This many people don't know. If you're a leader, you must be able to develop some kind of mystic energies around you, so that in your presence, negative forces will not operate. So if you're a leader and you're not thinking about these things, then better you drop whatever it is. Because we are living in an environment where people will not allow you to operate. They won't. So they will find ways and means of bringing you down through many means. So if you're a leader, yes, you should be able to develop some mystic powers around you. You should be able to create a very strong energy around you so that bad energies are unable to operate around where you are. So I would like to urge all of you sitting in this room, say a new wide dream and now when you say you want to get some powers on your own, and then it's better you drop the position. Because now there are so many people coming to transformations, good ones, bad ones, people who actually have some serious negative energy. They just came in to come and destabilize everything. There's a lady in the US, Anoka, one of the platforms. This woman, or her platform now, someone who will be a very committed or a very decent person, then she will start chatting you behind. And she will say so many things. Now, I think we're going to we didn't see her the best. And then you're one person, you're two person, you're three person. More than about 10 people. So all the leaders joined together, they called me. And the platform also. Many people say anything, oh yeah, you know, examples are one for about a year. You don't look at the minimum now. Meaning, charter, many panaya. Me, yeah, and I'm sure that this is charter, many panel, minimum. This person, or an evil person, or you'll be on one can say a negative energy. She came purposely to come and destabilize whatever you're doing. I know. And I have my own way of checking it. What I say? So maybe there will be people there. So as a leader, if you don't have any mystic energy around you, then you don't even know what you're doing. Most times say you will have that kind of one sense. When you're doing by any money that. Oh, be long. The part that you back it and one sense, but two bedroom here. See, when you be a very free. And I'm one. But there are some people that come to me, they are only doing here. What they want to say, they forget about everything. And see many people. Yeah, because I have a special energy around me. If you come to me, you don't have the ultimate expression. So what I'm saying is that as a leader, you need to get some power. And you must. You see, Zoom a year I shall say, and you are basically coming check. But those who would take this meditation and start serious, but I'm out of the they are said the true powers, and your rings, and your oils, and your soaps, and your anything, your pen, anything. It is you. I saw something on Trump's page yesterday morning. I am not trying to get weapons, but I'm a weapon myself. I love the statement. I say I'm not trying to get any weapon because I'm a weapon myself. So the rings and the oils and the pendant, this is a good, but you are the real thing. So as a leader, you should become that thing. Okay? So the meditation here, it is something to help us to become what we want to become. And yes, there will be our makeup ring, the beach, makeup all you be, and I'm using pendant and so be. All those things are good, but you as a person must develop to a point that As a leader, people cannot just tread upon you. I know some people who are more or I say, oh, but when you say, but we are one, I say 1 to 2 no year or no better in that position. To obey everything possible, make sure say, they are who did it and for me. And also know that one day. So, first thing about moon about Jay or no lady people when you be as of wasn't. But something, you know, or everything possible, say, they are who you want to be in your position. You don't know anything, you don't know anything about yourself. And I also want to say, if you go in the chamber, one at a boom, so what I'm saying is, in this our environment, and we a leader, you don't have to be empty. You should possess some ability. You should get some energy. This energy is little bit to me and I'm out enough protection. So that by a month for empty me and then end for to easily. Because what I know is that maybe share your room will be other. I won't be able to do that because the way I'm supposed to be a man, somebody might not permit you. You know? And it is even when I occupy a position, like my temple, I've been a temple president, I'm still the communication director, I've occupied many positions. When I was temple president for I think almost 2 years, I saw that I was not having enough time to do my media programs and all that. So I wrote a letter to my African master. Said I think I want to resign from the position so that I can focus on what I do. And in administration, the temple president position is a very high position. So when you are there, will go anywhere in the world, you are temple president, you are being regarded, you are being respected, that kind of thing. So the matter that why? I said, look my right, I really want to do preaching. That's what I want to do. And being the president, there's so much I need to sit down and do. People are bringing their complaints. You have to have temple program meeting, many things. So I want to drop it. Said, okay, you can go ahead. And everybody was like, hey, you are in the temple position and you don't want to drop it like that? I said, yes, because the way I'm supposed to be about it, I don't have the chance. For instance, as a temple president, every day you should be in the temple. You should wake up early in the morning. You should be with the devotees, their japa, you're chanting together. Every program you must be around. But the radio program I do, at times I go to, at that time I go to Hot FM. You come back and go to Coco TV, I go there, I close around 1. Yeah. I get to the home about 2 o'clock. By 3:30, I must wake up. Because see, you have subject in the temple. They look at you as a role model. So if you don't come to Mangarati, that's morning program 2-3 times, now they begin to relax. Oh, President the President will man the DNC. So now, because I want to be a good leader, I thought, okay, if I'm not very careful, now my program, I'm able to see about 1 o'clock. Now, I'm sorry, exactly by 3:30. I am actually encouraging other devotees on new fight, to follow my footsteps, which is not good. But I can still be a good leader when I'm organizing many people, but not occupying a position. So that if I go to program and I come back late in the night, and I'm unable to go and stand in the temple room and then do my job, I can do it in the house. So let me just drop this. So yes, if you do by we a leader. Now there, you might be a man. Anyone can say the way we are no the best thing is to drop it. That's what I'm for now. No matter the position you grow, say for say why are baby. Now I didn't encourage him for tell us my resign. But we believe it's a kuno. It's a kuno because you're too selfish. We are not servant leaders. We are actually benefiting from the position so much to the point that without it, you cannot lead. Anything an African leader. One, is it Mali?
Gambia.
No, I'm talking about somebody here. Okay, there, Cote d'Ivoire here. And there, and the British area, the same thing over there. Our constitution is over to 2 terms. Over international, so who was in or change constitution, no, but third one. And the people are telling him, say, young penny. And these people truly on penny on the kuno. That's what they will do. They will do demonstration. You will kill many of them, but at the end of the day, they will make sure that they will overthrow you. He's not thinking. You understand? Something you accuse somebody of, the same thing you want to repeat it. Because of selfishness, we are so greedy. We are not servant leaders. We are thinking of what we can gain. Many of us in the transformations, at times, yes, it is good to have some desires. But our desires are so much to the point that we don't even think about the people we need. And I might take it into consideration. There are some leaders in transformation now. Bring was sending a message, and our friend now has something to do with him or herself. There's no one single dollar that they are. Your group will maybe and say, among for enthusiasm, maybe I perform. What do you suggest? And I remember back, we know company, but we throw in Yantino, and I said, on the big dark. Bring your FBI and I'm yes. So I used to ask myself, does this person really understand the position in Ghana? What the answer said, let me accept a position so that maybe I'll be closer to Jnana. So anytime I can approach him because say the executive member. About this, you don't even understand what due to cry as a leader. The American BCI a leader must not be selfish. A leader must see to the needs of the vulnerable, of the weak. The BBI is a one open with the about this, it doesn't really help. The sister, the American said, so we a leader of baby. Now where they go to a monoma, and the way we are normal and quite the best thing is to opt out. A yes, I back to now by no my any. Your position be hard. It's a Ghana. I know very well as a member, you'll be able to follow politics because politics is everything in the world. It has a politics, and they say, who could have ideas, you have ideas. And I am about to say back for any idea. It will be a community never be seen crown. I thought I will be a very good father. Who will be sad or you know, Master Denham Bassy. Obia one I know you're more busy any now we have a consensus. And your politics, you know, be a politics war. So I do follow politics. And I really understand it so deep because we get bias and we use the answer. So what I say, you know, what share the way I am putting in front of you, no man, you understand, say, they are just selfish people. It's only your job is sincere partner and you would not like to join them. Both the NPP and the NDC, they have only one agenda. The agenda is said, let us get power. In your power, you are. You will be suited and here. This is what they you will be a sincere partner and not join them. If you like, go to the parliament as a very good, decent person. Oh, yet then, and no matter what you have to do it. Now, the man is also one year away, they will find ways and means and look. Which man after this? Don't I know? Cool. Are they in your own people will find ways and means generating. Anything leadership position you have, don't even accept in the first because say, and then who nature MCO. And you say that because of you be a company, be Accra Limited. So Jnana come and become say the board of director. I will do it. Because my principle said, don't drink. My principle is don't take alcohol. But I don't know what to do anymore. The main thing is alcohol. So why do you say so? Okay, because it is scare of money and the money I want to let me go and be there. No, it doesn't go along with my principle, so I won't accept it. So when you're a leader, first thing, don't be selfish. So when you're selfish, now you're a servant leader, you'll be able to occupy everywhere and be successful. But be able to do of this when you want. Please leave and go. Thank you. There's a few things I don't know because I better break it down. Some of the things we need to understand as leaders and how to go about it. But maybe say you more yes.
I want to ask our leaders now.
Okay.
You can see, like you said, in a situation where you say like, I don't want to be an NDD. I don't want to be an NDD.
Okay.
Is it possible that, or is it good if you tell yourself, I don't want to involve myself in the elections? Because that's what I've never done one. All the ideas they started being system, they have all of them. But I've never seen what a ballot program is.
Okay.
It's an interest at the point that I don't want to entangle myself in it. Is it right?
Yeah, it is not right to be in a democracy without you voting. The best form of administration is a monarchy system. So in ancient times, we were ruled by monarchs. And these monarchs were not just ordinary monarchs, but they were righteous monarchs. Because there were four main things that will be identified. In every society, these things are there. There were four classes of men. That every leader must be able to ascertain these four kinds of human beings that he leads. We have the first class, we call them the Brahmanes. That is the intelligent class of people in society. Wherever you are, you see these people there. The second class, we call them administrators. People who are warriors, people who are actually have that kind of audacity to control and to fight. The third class is the mercantile or the vessel class. People who are businessmen, people who are farmers. And then the last one, we call them the Sudras. People who are the worker class. People who work on other people. Everywhere you go, you see these people there. So the ancient times, the king is the second class, who is in the administrative order. But he doesn't lead without the advice of the intelligent class. So every monarch in the ancient times have an advisor, not an ordinary person, a spiritually inclined person. And this advisor doesn't take any salary from the king. Huh? He doesn't take any gift from the king. You give me anything, he won't take. His duty is to put you right. So before the king will take any move, he has to approach the advisor. Advisor and this can be all the whole thing, or you're corrupt. Anything he will to tell you, where are we at the embow? Unjamaica, we are the before China, pack him on the cop. And when I may have my home, even younger than a day, you know. Beginning, I will tell you the truth. So before the monarchs in ancient time will operate, they will take advice from their counselors. Okay? Then, and I'm saying, king all rule properly, you know. The mercantile class, the business class, the farmers, you know, they are happy, they are cultivating, they are tilting the earth, they are doing all the things to feed all the four classes. And because say almost so a year, the laborer class, they are also active and working. So, Papa say, this our body can be likened to that. How? The head of the body is the leader. You need your eyes to see, you need your ears to hear, your mouth to eat, your nose to breathe. Without the head, the body is dead. So, the head stands for the first class in society. Then, the second class is our hands. It represents the administrative class, the protective class. Yensano, and no, and a bone and be unhobby. They see if somebody want to throw you a stone or some stick. What do you want to say? Remember what? Now, what I want to know what you do and come on. You always want to protect your body with the hands because the hands is supposed to protect the body. And it represents the administrative class or the warrior class. At the end of the day, we feed and the food goes to our stomach. It is the stomach that feeds the body. So the stomach is the third class, the mercantile class, the business class, the farmers, and all that. Then, whatever you want to do, you see, say, one night, because the legs have to carry the whole body and move up and down until the end of the day. So the legs represent the laborer or the worker class. So this system operates everywhere. Now, Kobani said, Obi or no the third class want to lead them, there will be chaos. Obi or the business class, or so leader, there will be chaos. Obi or no, our the laborer class will lead, there will be chaos. So Obi or no the head, should not lead directly, but or guide them from talking about administration in a government country, or by guiding the leader to do the right thing. And then in a system, I want to see, monarchy system is the best. But unfortunately now the BBI is so corrupt to say, I am for no pride they're crouching. Because we don't have righteous people anymore, so people occupy positions with selfish desires, with greediness, and they want to amass everything. So it makes it very, very, very difficult for one to do this. They say the idea to me is democracy. Don't forget that we are in the last age. We call it Kali Yuga, the age of Karo and hypocrisy, where everything is deteriorating so fast. And the system that for governance is a democracy. And until you as a person, you might not see the importance of choosing somebody you want. Yeah, after all, and this is the people who mentor that. When you say according to your mirror, say Nipa to a we are, yeah, 50% plus 1 vote will be on your president. The emergency, I would say, voter book, no, about 16 million. 16 million, that's your 2020. Maybe you'll be able to Nipa 5 million back or 12. But it's not even up to 50% of Nipa is your 12. Only 5 million out of the 60 million or 12. So 5 million, no. I know you got 500,000 spoiled pilot. and become to 4.5 million. So 4.5 million, no, the obedience 50% plus 1 no, the president of Ghana. Even though about 11 million people didn't vote. Anything, no, what the other say, you should be part of the voting. It is very important. So, one to man the this in power. Let them understand, say, example, that this our current president, and what he did. I'm pleased to with you. Many people don't like the president, but me, I like him. Because I know him say, oh yeah, he's a president of prophecy. I know. He is actually representing a prophecy in this our time. One day I will be able to decode this thing, you'll understand. He's doing many things that people don't like, but me, I know he's a president of a prophecy, so I know his, the importance. But I'll say, this is our current president. We have 198 judges. And the Ghana president will make US. We have 198 judges from the Supreme Court all the way to the lowest court. There's no one single person who is a black man. All the 198 judges, so you decide that you will not vote for him, yes, and you won't vote for anybody. But when he wins, he will have the power to choose all those judges. So even in his absence, at the other 1 year, it will affect him. And the governor, in its own sense, it is only white people who have been chosen as judges within this period, 198 people. It means that they don't have the blacks in mind. And it's like they mean to happen. You are winning, and over so many judges there. The time of don't forget the judges will be there until their time for what do you call it? Their pension. And if they be a president after even 20 years, those judges that he appointed, they will still be there to continue his agenda of fighting against the blacks. So we are black man on our Black Lives Matter don't go to but you don't even have sense. Yes, maybe only 4 years or so. But the repercussions of his leadership will linger on for more than 20-30 years. Yes, no problem, but you must vote for someone else. Say the bear, even though you will vote on one win, he might not win because Ghana for Jimmy Block say anything. I'm here this is here with you. And before coming here, I was watching news file and when I commented now, I was very angry. Among four, the benefit from MDs and MPP, only a few, only 1 million. The real people who benefit when MDC in power or MPP in power, only 1 million. But among four, almost 5 more, almost 10 million. We are very stupid people. That platform is so young. I'm going to go to the master of feet. Maybe some of you have from a platform so. Now I'm going to come again with information. No, I'm telling you the truth. I want to come on your page. I want to come and speak my mind because at time there's one guy here about what better for this ago. Facebook. Every program, piano, maybe piano, comment was here.
As number Civic then.
That be very different person. When he came to me, I saw him, his problems and his condition. Now I say, and then when I was saying to this name, on the guy here. Now I say, I have been following all your comments, and I thought that. On top. Me say, because on top, but he told me say, were you graduate? I was saying, in 2011 or so, on your human yet that. Now, Bob, see how community support to some of you said here. What's them? So, the few people say 500,000 in NDC, 500,000 in MPP. Bring piano to work out. It is only these people that have to. But they know say what Jimmy answer. So, young court they will fight for us. The young when we are, you push for money anymore. We are passive. And this what happens. See, never say one drawback. You must vote, but don't vote for those people now. This is no more say. There are some people with sense that they don't support them. But the one try more. Now if you make any 5 million better tomorrow. na owenia but him say fine among fan to onim say because na omo Ghana but go and vote against them so that when they sit down after election they do analysis so that's what they sit down analyze how many spoiled votes are in here, how many people in this region to mine people in Antwerp mine even 8 wise you know 8 better to mine only those analysis in here. So those who voted against 2 of them, you know, they will know say, hey, about 2-3 million people did not vote for NDC or NDP. It means that people are becoming very smart. So more year policies be now, they will think about those who did not vote for them. So please, so you'll be out here another worship and I'll say, please, but what is that many suggestion? I'll tell you say, don't vote for NDP, don't vote for NDC. Only now you're back for Emma. I am telling you this because see, we share among 4 or more Facebook. Near time on both MPP and NDC because I not say any party never winning. They make us have one. But we have life more. Omo blessing obia, and they don't even have the sense to think say the party when you own naka play wom. Not one single thing say no binya wom. Nipa na woto amama no. All these years, no one knows your phone. Up to now. Who got to Zakwa? I never won in your own comedy. The whole Cocolomotino, and I would more on what they. So why fighting for such people? Why? The other hand, you will be so on to other. I will encourage you to go and vote. But who be some opinion? I'll tell you, don't vote for NDC, don't vote for MPP. So you'll be a very critical thinker. No one yes be will be a one-year. You understand say MPP and this woman the same. Just 4 years ago, 2016, we were in Ghana. Easy as CIA, say or Ghana easy no. Then the MPP one campaign. Robert kind of prayer who shamia. So MPP new and this new. Mama why they know be all the party. But just listen to what I'm saying. The sense in it. Just 4 years ago, then the MPP for uncampaign easy no. Then a man came for police for the security. They never trusted in them. They never believed them. They felt said they were working for the government. They almost see easy yet. The security in yet less than 4 years. Now the EC is the best thing to the MPP. The police is the best thing to MPP. But the same NDC I guess 4 years ago, no also support to NDC. I mean the EC name police, you know. And then almost the EC is a bad institution, the police is a bad institution. When you're a very intelligent person, they should tell you the agenda of these 2 parties. Unless they say you guys are Utino and the boss living a room. Maybe a young Makwane, I don't be like a good team. So you cannot think, you cannot be constructive. Put the answer, Mammy, you can't go hard. I will bury a slaughterhouse. And I'm also coming now. Upon change, who will come now, what I'll be thinking as a vocal. That's right. May say, who's the O'Brien enemy? So go come and know the actually. Upon you to come up on here. Also, obeying as a rule. Once one on God. But I have no people come here, no, almost like I know. I want it. Or back keep break say. And yet, they never be a yacht. You know, the talk home. Let the politicians see like that. We are continuing your game. Why allow yourself to be a sheep? Somebody will just pull you to the slaughterhouse and they go and kill you. Because you chrome village before you must have swing. They are far away before in San Saman. A village be a month for a year more or say you ain't punching those things. Or my year, if you bring your do the body now talk and punching and they now they are come. Now by your first get see a power area. Now I punch now for corner. Yet they are punching or back to building. It is several people, or they are pointing over to car pointing out, over a million. Who make tickets here to Uno. Uno. But then they are not man, and I'm the number. Why you good man, people are just taking for granted. Become a good at least for once. Let them understand, say, my channel, my 12 body 2-3 times. Some papa, we are not in the area, no, MP, NDC. Not on Chile, maybe be answer. In that 12 banana, pepper, or 2 area. But the person is coming over class 1. They see a papa of the where a doctor. So many of the men are with your money. I didn't hear. When you have their own opinions, you see, say they actually go there for their own benefit, not you. I'm speaking on this because I say what you own trouble. Because the one to Abana, their decisions will affect you at the end of the day. One to us, so they might win, but on my trust here, they will know say there are some people who are not stupid. Who are going to take decisions in the parliament. You're talking about your majority side, your minority side, your perform so more dissenting views. The Bible is possible to buy movie. I guess what you say there one to Abana, maybe a contract in Ankos, only pay, but our hands are new. Say 2012, yeah, to Abasa, any person and to Abana Miami. It will be yet that they don't come. Let people see, say, you believe in your own understanding, you will not vote for them. I'm going to talk about I said you always and someone say about the end talk. I mean the second. When I had the end talk by a man of what is a brand, one of the billion we are not losing. Then all that say says here government be not all taking any policy in Ghana. Almost taking many things into consideration. One serious one is they take the Islamic community into consideration. Both the MPP and the MDC, before they take any decision, they consider many things. They consider the Islamic community. Because women is awesome. They will vote against you. So why don't you come together and let them see that you matter? They don't look at the whole Ghana in our joint and spoken about awesome. Must say Abano, Yabato, by a Pubi and a policy back to buy it. Yes, I am someone. So they will consider you. Also, Abano ento, Benamento. Mind that. And they will say Abanianto. The one, so that's okay. But I'm not Abano who are when I do all of the Homo Nampa. Omo conference, we are. Procunam oil, Proco fat, on the area, do or I will see. Maybe the Mupracunam Pepano or Mamma or Bayan law say. Ghana will be a problem. Then you know, say, I buy now to say I was going to Abaman, a very effective in the area. So please vote. But I will be some mechanical opinion. Like I said, man to my NBC, man to my MVP, Opa or to my Kenonko. Yeah, TV so say, yes, I'm to me now, give money, money. Come on. Now, people in this number winning, or say, there are some few people in Ghana, or anymore. They are good. Omi aponche wo be kumi no okay akwa be bunya wo be kumi nam sa wo se wan swap e pa me ko ba bi ade me ko da ti ampa wo twi na wo be twi bi ti sa di no wo mpene sa you have to carry him hold that to ko ho before be kunu be di hin answer. So let people see say when you so vulnerable in the way you think, vote against them. Yeah, in your own sense, don't try banana. I mean, you are very smart and intelligent, knowing that people in this is their own one, and you can't trust them to yourself. But now that you're intelligent, be ascertained by them. Say, yeah, these people didn't vote for us because they're very smart. What can someone say? I am telling you, politicians, you know to say, without him. Or big guys stop there. I am like this with them. You talk to them, they will not listen. And I tell them that you, they know the masses that follow them. Anything on some strategy. They know people will not try to scrutinize it. And you have to talk about them immediately. Omunim said the masses are very stupid. I am telling you this. They catch up playing NBC, MPP. Omunim said the masses in the answer. Anything on the crime be on the winning. So politicians even say, so I'm not Kasa, Sam or then so not Omudi pass and Omoka in the crowd. 2%. And so Mokani now, Omuni said, Omobwa. But Omuni said many people are so vulnerable. Almost said that me, Papa, Omunian sound of phone, the young come in here, young find your money, you say. But I'm not going to say, or Bapa, who's about to say, you're buying in Yanza. Or they are taking to having a better. But Baby or not going to score quite cheap. I don't know whether you may be away. Make your not in the curtain or not in the fee. Now you're going to some Cassidy out home or baby. You cannot put the person I even propose to her. So, man, who gets so vulnerable like that. Let people know you are intelligent. Eh? Now, I'm for people having me do my men to my say, say, you may have voted regional Henry. Let's say NBC for airpay voter. Not the Wabemua. That within that period, you make near Japadia, my man. Because this when he says, I before and I water in your because young 12 and this year, they are losing. So you, the chief, now we are by them and out there. You tell the NDC government, yeah, by the way, near way. So one year, young Tom. And I told you within 2 weeks, they know. Now water in Kuma attitude on one, they will lose. So I had to be a Toba Feda, I won't be a new one, will be a minimum. If it's bold, no, the press conference said, yeah, what I'm reading for. You are 12 my this is but you're checking baby, a one. Now, for Kuma say, I'm on 2 minutes, not a Yomu, so today we are making this statement. The NDC government, if you don't do 1, 2, 3, 4 for us, say election week, I will personally campaign against you and your government. Give them only 1 week. But just give them only 1 week per idea. Opa mas and then you tune for. Oma bomb this is no better press conference. Say, yeah, as I before. Yeah, the Obama MPP government away. Baby, Baba, Mumukuru Mukwana, we no man. Yes, at the phone, we are water Jnana Caksus. This time around, so why I do we, yes, at the phone, young Obama. Not any other person. I tell you whatever they want, they're going to do it. They only say people age too much. So they will use that your vulnerability to get all that they want and just live with it. So unfortunately, many people don't think the way I think. You didn't use that, but me never say. Now I'm telling you, I'm not a stupid person. I'm a very smart person. So please, go and vote. So okay, yeah. These 2 guys, they are smart guys. Huh? We know how such Kofi Gani and Kofi Kurantini, and they are Mariki something Kofi Gani. They are smart politicians who are trying to become military candidates. These 2 guys, I am expecting to say, come Naka Civic are support home. But 2 of them have no issues. Only are smart and will be able to be. So personally, you want to have friends. I want to talk to them. I have their point. So they have to team up. Now at least we have 1 million voters. And they pollute the election to a runoff. The advantage is then you have a state. So okay, so be a voter. You have to come and take a vow. So say my own way near. What family society only 70? They won't for more than 70. So when I get to the idea, that's a problem for someone. They are more good than the company. So menina mandi mo kan so a so we do we anymore then you will force them to think. Okay, so please, if you want to vote, I'll be very happy, but don't vote for MPP, don't vote for NDC. Vote for Kofi Gani or Kofi Kurantini. 2 of them, one of them is good. I don't know, they will see whether they will agree. Now Makomeye leader and Baku will be the vice. MPP and NDC, who knew men say MPP before paying 4 million to stay. NDC before paying 4 million to stay minimum. They come to me in my what if you come for protection, those things I'll do for you. But I said the claim pass on Megan and you don't go. Say Ghana your tour. Or Mobile Nanti. I didn't be an Omega from Moya. Tell me, said. I'm telling you, I don't know Miami. Who don't say MPP government and this government or Moya, you know. I say, a good old. No more benefit to me and Nanti. Only among the women, but on the boom trumpet, boom trumpet, then people will say, I need to do what? And unfortunately, many people will not even sit down and think about this. They will not know. Some of our young women or more year from your food, but on my yammer, I say, Yama. The every time of Booze will be, I didn't so. For telling me, I said, Papa Bia, Nema Amy. Okay? The man will know who you see, you know like this. Papa said, men are penny, then you see me as a committee. But men are my good father, and you will give back home. Mama said, I'm saying that way now. Also, one goes and a half. Never go after their man. One goes and a half, go after their man. Why are they? By this, I offer to back one. Come on, what do you mean? So you know somebody aje. Kosiano of Abako in the first place, and I know where Panimuna, Kosiano of Abako, now Basije Fako. Mammy, do the money. What we have the man will have for one. So the every thing is there. The only thing I know day, or more the amount, they know very well say, or more amount, but said the wooden young sentinel. But say, and Chelsea say, what do you mean? So please, vote and don't vote for MPP, don't vote for anything. Maybe you won't get a single. And I remember almost social media, almost a quarter of man who have to say, one of you have to abandon me, or friend number, Uncle Bill. But I'm police in bad. Police in you. They will complain, or see a human higher cobble that I don't yeah. Huh? Yanga. A Juma Cocoya, Brian Blair home, saying says I felt in Babina for those days. Me can't say who friend back was a bambo. Now, make this around. Now, somehow, I was just looking at it. I was looking at it. And I know one person, many of them. Some time ago, Obi directed one big politician back home. Because of what I do, I don't disclose this. The banner back home now. I say, Obi, I can say, 2008 to 20, we are fit, you know. Obi back home, the man or the person win. So maybe I can help. Now I'm saying, okay, we just did some prayers to support the person. I'm going to say, but I say, yes, if I can say we are very good in these things, so maybe I'll be able to help. Now it's okay. Not so many days, the old no, I'm saying, I'm going to go and only man wants to know about chow. If I can say, I'm submission over be about Pamicho say, you shall be any train now, because of Panama who no man about the social media and all that. No, it's no problem. Take a coffee kiko. I want to go share. If I was here, I cannot so then I meet me, I am more meeting me away. Now, what I can do for you, I can't tell you. You tell me your desire, I say, okay, say, support them, and I'm going to say. And we know how to go about some of these things. And when you man, as a doctor, so be bound chain, now you partner your time for prayer back. You have to help the person because you are taking a vow to help people. So I'm okay, makes me a prayers, the other mom. Maybe yes, I details we will need that citizens in the number one kata, one of those details. I can send them online, but I one kata I want through the video with the handwriting, give it to me. And the party are the name. The area I'm going to say, now then I'll be charged. The American, there were two big politicians, very high class people in society. Now I don't charge when I do my work. But I'm really not some percent of months in the Panini or when I'm going to be adult friend. What's the name? Can you come and cry? So when you be here, it's moving here after first thing. If I'm not the eight, they're making you work as a minimum money that. 2008. Before I said that leader was become Obama yet, even president candidate, you know, I worked for him. On young winning, we are my job at that time. So, okay, in young winning, you have the moment V8. The V8, let you be a man, master. Meno, me, now, but the Biaba das here, I'll take. You see, on my own, but and I find the when they happen. You probably can new power, afraid. What's the hell? That's you. Why are you? And when it and money we are not making. I'm the matter. Now I'm going to show this head. Oh, as much as you. Me tell you. The woman, there one man. Now we be so. Men friend the number and I'm here. My friend the number no. Not the phone. My friend was about 1 week. None of my nephew. Until you don't be any more than my woman bad channel. No, no, they are. Okay. Now, as soon as see, since I'm not watching it, I'm today. What change your number and friend uncle? Up to now, maintaining you. Didn't buy making the position of Ruba, you know, no issue. Make up what your room by making these people cannot be trusted to the point that Umba, we are spiritualists, you know, they don't give a damn about you. We know what we are, that's what they want now. Obi a odi o mejo ko hanke wuso sese obi pa ko bo yin o mejo nfa ko mbebu ko doje to yi biama won when they win they won man you what the politician ni chi e ko aduru we biwo na oni ni ko mo say then na big my am so obi a wodi baba mi kuna benya yi a wa o tell mo tie no o ba ka say bi obi ba yi bi obi ba yi o ye kuna na they are not people to be trusted. Every pound I don't know so we be a very powerful party. Young boy, but you have one what near when opposition. Or Gina, I say, oh, Munipa, but I said, we know be by Kumo. These people cannot be trusted. especially with them people in this. All politicians might seem the same, but at times, you know, you have to prove a point. Say, I'm not a fool. When you're dying, maybe I watch it. Do a kumia. You should all begin to. Like I said, or you have to move with everybody. You know, I'm having you. Hey, young, I charge. Okay, that's okay. Okay, good thing. I mean, that's the nature. The whole one, the job could be an open profile or multi-dism. To say IT, doctor, engineering, anywhere. Indians! Thank you for that word. What I want to come here, but we have a common for IT, a doctor for scientists, open engineering, only Indians. You know why? India, we are getting there. You will date a friend, Saraswati. Saraswati is the goddess for learning. It's a crowd to Indian piano with the prayer of Saraswati. So in the morning before I go to school, no, or better transfer 2-3 minutes, or better recite our prayers and answer our call. Or my you cannot understand it. Or there is only on India for classes that they will tell you they are special people in the sense of meaning because they know the thing. So we know 16 years when you are 5 years. Who are only 5 years? I can't say or shall say meditation. Only minutes I do is be out and say, before we go to school, don't transfer quiet, don't attend any. Now on the on being for that small thing. No, just in practice, obey do baby, no bit me up to the Nadi. See, I didn't die a team, no, I did a bit me, I know, or be able to understand it. Computer, I have computer, and see, I can say, I'm not going to go away. Yet, how you don't wait. I'm be so baby, people are watching us. I have computer, they but I hear computer, yes, only 10% of the mind in any creative computer. So if the mind, only 10% of something can create this computer, then tell me, say, who is 50%? I don't know bit mind. And please, we need to start now. Bible can be said that we are not final. Say we will hear own film. About 4 p.m. It is not only about God. And you be an opposite of channel. Manager said that. About from Korea, only the computer to the diablo. Only more so much to make 10 years and over creating up. I bet only 15 years up over creating on just because what the computer has here. Just getting glass and I didn't put through and I don't look at one. You couldn't hear me and then you give me some side. I'm a part of my no pass. No, come back. You're very good. But I did work on her building on yet. I perform getting and say, COVID-19 by now, I'm a kind of 4 billion. Now, I'm going to before the corner. Machine where best scanning on the sanitizer. I'm the best sanitizer. A crown or not the idea or the cocoa. This is what no be a man. We are parents don't do. So all of them crying away, only part. They become leaders. By a tiasa and no main yes, I know people of Bunguna. You just get gross. No, seriously. I'm with you from crown, more be a best 8 years for me. So be so many answer that you never obey. You be shocked at you must obey. But I can't go ahead. Almost a pastor. Let the pastor get a pastor. Now I'm telling you. Okay, I don't know something. Obi I can't open. I thought I could do something. You know what? We're TV now. So we're TV. So I come for now. It is actually received on the person's subconscious. I say that day. And so I was telling the people, say, very funny. Yeah. But they are here all the time. Over TV now, Yisika. Never mind Yisika. So when they even do it to bad, or when you answer when you, but when TV now, I quite scared when you go. This is a mess. I was somewhere. Yisika. To go with that. On what channels living now? You'll be given parental control. And nobody on better with Babagano. Now the pattern is also. Obadi to move. The normal, normal, about one crab, boosting the idea. Normal kind. But how you together, hey? You just said me, and I do better 10. They all this their series was why I'm working in portfolio of Momoto and come on. My colleague to 20 or 20. What do I hear? Better 10 years. I do obey me again. And you went to India, Dubai. Now call internet. Now call sex.com and MBA.
Yeah, I'm blocking in.
I'm telling you, Dubai, India, sex.com. It will not open. By then, hey, Accra EXECUTIVES. No, put a phone or sex.com. Obey all the nonsense thing adults do. Enjoy 11 years back on call movies house that. Or so them, I do a new one yet. Our leaders don't think. Some prayers are only future leaders. No, seriously. We need to think. Yes, say, or more they get future leaders. There's nothing to guide them. There's nothing to control them. But you will battle okay to her. Please, just enter. I'm planning of that. Many a times, you're the financial chain. You're telling who are more important. But all you will be aware very analytical. What say? 15 years ago. And creating a more area, not going to be a few and be on. Now, when you see them, say, wow, I made any. Yes. Very soon, they will become big guys. So now, do the right now. Make sure, say, Ubano, Ubasha say, action no man, that action, the baby Bakasi. Especially in the environment, you know, so Ubay and go school year. Now, we never buy you now, obey your boy. Obey one boy, sir. Because here, among folk school, we have degrees, they are masters. A Juma Bayan in Yaha. Already people are so educated, a human being who are very educated already. Open 19 and Musa, please, 16 years when young person shall say, on the meditation. Guide, see, Adriano must be built. Shall say, let my not be doing bad things against people. Bravia will become material and all money out of the channel. No one focus on no of us in the future. 10 beyond on your silence are, be a 1 hour 30 minutes. On just quiet, you know, and so be out. Not on your own picture are the opposite of that. When they start like this, they are building the memory of the mind. I've been even near the baby, I do obey all my men, but who doing it? So please, 16 years when you're so meditation, what you meditation, bring her or him around, guide him or her, you say. Actually, you'll be happy, sir. We are adding my one. Because very soon, you become an old person. Me, I'm told this year, no matter I was growing up small, me, you I never thought that I'm about the old baby, they would depend on me. I never thought like that. Why do you talk about they will be like that? But now they have to look up to me for me to take care of them. They will have to take care of you. So make sure, say, you are putting them in a situation where they are vulnerable. They will be able to take care of you. Meditation is one of them. Thank you.
Thank you. But you're not the situation is not our own karma.
Okay, Ghana's our situation is not our own karma. The attorney said, a normal at 2 years, 70% and a karma. 30% the choices and then the decision we take. So yes, if you cry at 2 years karma, it's only 70%. The remaining 30% is up to you to take the right decision. Okay? And if you're going to go in now, I say, oh, no money with this guy. Or not to go to Dubai and be a German and maybe a very nice. And go on and say, hey, Ghana, so you will not be built. You have one. No. Or no, the 30%, you know, how they be say, my men got to dine with Dubai or you are be a mini government in you. Not many more people there. So, yes, they have the mind, they have the ideas, but they are very selfish. So, they think for themselves. So, yes, they actually, you know, 70% is our karma, but 30% is the decision we will take. See, I want to obey. Karma may be forced to mind people NDC. Is there any karma that will force anybody to go and vote for MPP or NDC? Is it your destiny to be forced to go and vote for them? No. It is your own free will. It is your own decision. Say, I'm not going to MPP and NDC. Knowing very well, say, all these years, you know, the same thing, and the says, will be the same thing. No? You can't think of getting a different result. You keep on doing the same thing all the time, but you expect to be getting a new result. Oh, boy. We have the same old things, we have the same old results. So it is not your karma or your destiny that is going to tell you to vote for these leaders. It is your free will. So you don't use your free will to vote for people to come and teach you. Then you tell me, I say, no, it's my karma. No. 70% is destiny, 30% is the decisions and the choices we make. And we can change things with our choices. That little 30%, we can change many things. Thank you. But that question is so we should gather around leadership so that today the topic will be okay.
Okay, thank you very much. So, once with transformation and concerning this leadership skills, most of the time you're communicating online. This time around, I have sometimes group, I have government. And I say, we are any vital information, as your Kozuma,
Okay.
and our Telegram, and I have to. But this time around, how to motivate them online, you can say, a bit boostina, and also it's me, I try to broadcast them transformation outside and
Very good point. As a leader, one of the qualities is innovation. When you're a leader, one of the things you should sit down and think about is innovation. And until you are appointed to say, the leading transformation Accra Group. Now, when you want international innovation, be another person be I would depending on only the founder. It means you're not a good leader. I'm more example. I have done so many videos. And when you check it on YouTube, we have so many videos on YouTube. And many of my videos, I personally sit down and listen to them. And right, may your class be Zoom, by 1 hour 40 something minutes. So make a room run. Now, métier. So my wife say, now you want to say now that you. Now I say yes. When I'm speaking, I don't know what comes over me. I say things that I don't even know as a person. So I have to take my time and listen to them. The main guys I'm in program they work YouTube, you know. At time when I'm in the car, I watch, I listen. I do these things because at time when you're speaking, who come in you. So as a leader, I'm interested in way. I have many videos there. You go there and get some portions there, you're very interested. Say 10 minutes. Now what cut it? Now social media and internet apps, what cut it from this point to that point? Only 10 minutes. Now there are 2 platforms. Or say this week, everybody must watch this video, this short video. We will have discussion. We will call Jnana to come and then answer our questions on this thing. And see how many people will come online and then come and watch the video. So the leader should have innovations. Be honest, I know in my rules, transformation in this meet Jnana. How many people came? Is there only how many money? Almost 500. They want to come and see Jnana. And then more active. So one was they will stay in your houses. So a leader must be innovative. Jnana cannot do all. So you, the leader, you must create something. Check. We now admit. Over the question by 200. What? How many minutes did I take to answer? Okay. I had my time. I got time. I was happy. These are the things I want people to ask so that I can talk. I'm a talkative. I need people to push me to talk. Someone here over that question. Baku 6. It took me almost an hour to answer all those questions. He's a smart guy. And at times I can't be pushing people around. I never told him he should ask me those questions. But he felt that these questions need an answer. He asked them and he gave me the opportunity to speak. And after I listened to all those voice notes, because they can maybe have and call you and I can maybe call them so I can learn from it. So yes, the platform is super Accra super and the more money is some. Then I suggest say pay youth phone come home. A man you remember me, no one support on the key. I said the youth wing, or more. At times, it might say only transformation youth, need Jnana. Will be when you're more than 24 years old, maybe. No, I'm just telling you this. Yes, she are met them with some your mafia. You never one. You never come to me. I know what's up. I know what's up, bro. I tell you, I know what's up. Bring only the youth, and I'll tell you the youth aspect of Jnana. You'll be shocked. So you do that, No way you encourage your people. That's the leadership quality. See, when I was the temple president, the temple, there's something I got on board. Every Friday, all the parents brings them to the temple. And I personally go and stay at the temple from Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. No, there's something I dare not devote to any leader. I said, yeah, they are planning a future. So, I want the fears are. Omana go nyina ye Kristo fo nkora ntino mo kwa asore ba de mo kana na nkranete o mo kasa no o mo chede nhia ye philosophy no to bi bia na wo ba bia no Friday and you go school for mo bra. I'll personally with my leaders we will take care of them Friday evening now to Saturday to Sunday evening upon asore na mo kofi, and I personally be teaching the children. And I tell you, within that period, you go and ask them questions, and how they will answer you, you'll be shocked. So the parent was so happy, say, hey, I think we will be that. And then so every morning, piano, you know, you free mo be piano when you will be able to be the temple. Every evening, piano, you know, you will be able to be. And then I class piano, yama. Because after the class, and then forever on pass over. When you say me choir, your boy, they will force the parents, let's go to the temple. In the evening, they have class around 7 p.m. up to 8, 1 hour in break. By the day around 5:30. So, who did we are? There will be class. So, morning and evening, the whole temple was full with class. So, as a leader, you must have innovation. And one of them is, there are so many videos. Among they want to ask questions, but chance is not there. They'll call me on the phone. I am busy. I am not picking your call, and all these things. So you the leader, and you want to create a forum, and get access to Jnana. You do that and see. Tell them make an money more appointed youths. And man, remember me, they will take care of the youth wing of Transformation Accra. You know to Musumu here. You better expand it to all the other regional capitals. Now, you pay youth on Jnana. When you have 23 years, you are not part of us. Ordinary, the youth are. By end of the year, they bust 23 and I be 25. So 25 to about 18 years. We be out that range. Let us go there. Now you yes, on Facebook. So you need the same. Yes, on Facebook. I will be out here to see and it's now. What happened? You are not member of like I pay you know. Yeah, we group are joining. So our group is young legends. Transformation for you to know. So you go and then join that group. Say the buyer, you bet to be a home commonly who no man in Yama, you to know young man in Yamano. I bet me a boy and that. Okay? The master said, man will say the way sign organize something for only the youth. Okay. So when you're now 25 years old, maybe do our back. I can't because the man is still young. Anyway, the other guys should come. I have to say this, you know. All the other people know when you're about 25 years, I'm going to decide the age of a young boy. One bra, don't come. Only the youth should go there. The young son now, we're very encouraging young Cassayon. Now I'm encouraging to perform DH. So the second is I'm telling you, Mammy Way or Pomsem, but she's doing so well in conjunction with whatever they're doing. Bringing ideas. Okay, my name is Ed. I don't find them in the problem. Okay, until the mechanic say all the leaders, you know, we should be innovative. And come on, dear back home. Leadership, I dear partner, the problem, Papa, they say. Over here now, we knew be a person, but we know more you could or more cancer and Simbi. Don't take right now, one who was very sincere desire, you want to see things happening. Baba Hannah could be a change. And how almost say, oh, yes, I did not money, my banyan. Anything on your bed, Kulu, why you care for what and a poor bum. But you'll be so question because of beside that. Yeah, answer. Hello? Man, Sarah. There's no question between this and okay. Yeah. Okay, so Matthew, my two question. I say, no. Say one question. Matthew. The question is, may yet sir horoscope now. Will be a head star. You will start with me on my pretty. Say about business. Will be able to deny our real will be on the year. So in choosing leaders, did I put this into consideration? Yes, many of all the members that we choose from as global executives, I did all that. But with the other admin executives, I did not do that. And I remember one time I can say, I don't choose. Okay? Because here now, I say, Nipana ye video on the doors. And ya you need 5 7 video money. Definitely, na you be now open now no stand echo. But there's one thing you need to learn, that executive member, no, you should be a team player. You have to be a team player, and he said, you should be ready to work with anyone. Yet on your own, you can we personally say they can't pay the way in idea. How many very shares, small time friction, all those things, But when a leader, you should be a team leader. Here, you have a ball on. Your players back, you left their pack and so. Goalkeeper them and a 10 and elbow. And what you know, will best a 5
Substitution.
Substitution.
Bench.
Something to make you on the reserve with you.
Reserve players.
I went many old weather today. Your 5 reserve or more has to be dry. At the end of the day, the question go, and will be adding one. They're messy and nothing, and you know that. Wow, I call you good, and I was able to become a golden boot and a man to touch a boot. But my cultural place said, no matter how I see Robo and as a messy bobo, said number 5 million. So even though it's so good, on the same goes, no matter me, you get up there. But in Crofono Mugo, China, or Mu Pulubo Naman, he must respect them. The other Babontia, Obibiano, Elbow Messi India. But if the team is actually cooperated, it means that Omunadi and medium Omunina. So, yes, Messi no say go media. But Obi on about 6 now, or making sure say born and for he must be respected. Okay? At the end of the day, when I about 6, about 5, we didn't hear one thing. Messi didn't want one, but only go. But I say, Messi no shake. Me boy man pass man na go with no check ono say we ono na gidi no but me nyambo we am pass man yes on pass man ya be cham ndi wu team na wo mda yi no we be call relegation but we say yes on the be cham na gidi but at the end of the day they can't play you be benefit no let me do my part. This is what we call a team player, and in this star no ehia say ehia obi bia na oka wo no. That person must be accepted as a team member, and you should be able to respect that person. Tell me, if I don't know, stars might not even meet. There are some people who are enemies. They start not an enemy star. But when you are a member, you must respect the person's position. And then they are saying, remember, on who taking decisions. Leader Biana on who taking decisions. No, that leader can never be a good leader. Only grow for me 10, Accra for me 10, and I'm leaders. One person should not take decision and impose it on other people. Yes, you might have all the beautiful ideas, but that idea must be sanctioned by the other colleagues. Yes, my idea is sell. People say they go a farm. A farm and group in the power. Yes, it's a good thing. You don't pass behind and go and look for land and see the price. Don't want to go in every about say you're putting land is very good for. No, nobody will take that. So why idea is very good, Table it. Everybody come, let's sit down and discuss this matter. One of the idea anybody you might have many dimensions with the actual bring that idea on board. Let everybody bring their mind. Now when you say I don't want all the idea, but because see, there are people who are very envious. Very envious to the point say idea be free back. Now Onyamu say one are buy unsupported that. Knowing say China be an idea never boy because the summit they buy it. So as a leader should be very smart and very intelligent. You go around and study all of them. So what idea be you call that person very critical of you. That's okay. What do you think? If you have food, be another people, MYN. So when you know, I'll say, yes, I am assuming you share the meeting now for association. What the Bama support? Huh? A leader must be intelligent. What is the idea of the bar? Must support. And he'll be happy to bring that idea on board. And make sure say you don't go behind him and inform any other person that won't answer again, man. Let him have trust in you. Say, I do a very good thing. But you share a meeting now, you table it, I will support it. To the tour, no can say, oh, if you say yes, family, what say, I support it, I think it's very good. Now when I wouldn't what is all the explanation here then? Or China be that person like of you, I tell you, say, you become the best friend. But be another person when I need to be another but what are they bad? People will find ways and means of sabotaging you. Because what you have to give you to the point where I want to get over. So no, involve other people. So in our society, you know, your program be now. You have to be committees. When I have a committee for kitchen, we have a committee of serving food, committee of that, you kitchen, to be able to do more. Do you can't know what the phone, but over no. Your management, when you say why you're not a movie, you're going to need, you know, the person will come on board and do it. But I want to be able to say, people say, okay, I'm going to get in. So, Mestre, I said, as I would have I would see me. Obi Biana, you didn't know, say, or you was a member. So, we went to the Nanya, one away in Bonini. So, why me also, as soon as the baby, I know to on yet. Oh, one away. So, you should be able to work with the person now. If you are a good person, you should be able to work with that person that will be as your onion because maybe I'm working with all of you. It doesn't mean that I need more shortcomings. There are people who are very so close to me, I know their shortcomings, but I still work with them because I feel sad. So I should find ways and means of working with them. It's a study show. Studying your way now, I don't know. Yes, you want to hear this guy, you'll be able to fear. So, starting your plan, yes, we should be able to work together. I won't know why you're those things, very difficult. Only one quarterback or no, you would be more on passing years to get the studying here. Peace to do at behind you. But platform is so, you bet you only was the blue moon. You can say online, you will and drag again you. So, you should be able to cope with everybody. Do your leader. Now, as a member of I tell you, we are a faith leader. A leader, you are because that person is not a leader, or you will be a opening again. If you're a good leader, you should be able to work with all your colleagues, even those who be asked for money. You alone should prove them wrong. Say me, when I want maybe now I should be able to work with everybody. You don't know you will be asked for money. So so please, the stars matter so much. Like administration, those who are part of us, we need to understand. Say, no matter what, say to me, so as I said, I mean, so question people will be looking at, but before then, we will do how. Oh, Mr. But all questions are why.
But that is with the innovation and innovative now. I think most of the time I say transformation day in and day out. New members ever group.
Yeah.
Umber group, my old members normally a year or two. They need only never be group.
Yeah.
Now this time around when they come, I say the old can you send me the colors of the day? So and so forth in suggestion can create in a band, please see us in car. New members from your creative way, your bed joining Brad Ferry. Here start with colors of the day, days of the week, full moon way, Nania Chom, the Channel Munima, then get your map. Normal, your mother platform as well.
Yeah, I think it's a bad idea, but this is another way of it. Me, in the groups, you shall say from group A, 1, a 1 year man, and you move off. So if you are now group A, then you can't tell us or a new member.
But you're not saying you dissolve it or
Mood is opening in another make say. Okay, so we understand here. Then another second man said we can still go back and teach all those old things on their platforms.
Suggestion
Suppose that in Yama watching now or YouTube. And I was suggest them more executive for now. Anytime they are the new members, you copy the link. Now they are to know now because in time I call hearts and I say daily colors new with me now or YouTube or search it, you copy the link. Now they are two more platforms to send new members and they should watch. So more questions.
And yeah, I remember seeing us on YouTube. You said, I knew you or Uncle Session.
No, all copy link need the two more or click here.
No, what you were saying, no, no data, but the only thing they say, see, idea they say, as a leader should be innovative. Now you are thinking, say, there are many people, new members on the platform, even part. Now, some of these are old things, I also side with you. I mean, say, be back and say, at times, there are questions and answers. So, the platform, so I question you before we say, you time and you never platform. Or people are saying, your buying check, I think my time is listening. So you the leader, you check and cut the video, maybe 10 minutes. You put on the platform. Also, we are here. Those who are new, no more questions there. Money setting. Who is my friend Jnana? Jnana, there's something on this platform. Can you come every 30 minutes and answer them? How come? You should be innovative. They make an innovation, and very important. You see, I said, you put 250 on platforms. Maybe a new, maybe a old. There's no way of making answer video. So you put the video there. Or maybe another question for one. Maybe manager, because I'll be 30 minutes, or maybe not to spend a while. What question be in regards to these teachings now? Ask. I'll be there 30 minutes, 45 minutes. We can talk about this thing. Good. Say, maybe you'll be a bit many. You'll be a bit data for maybe 2 hours program. Now, at least 10 minutes video, I'll be a bit on your WhatsApp. I'm on for say for moment or moment. Yes, so we set legal bar. No, send me the video. Send me the video. For Facebook guy. I know. But I still be link video about it. Or maybe I will be understanding what's the numbers I was sending you. So they don't say that. Send me. And video, send video. So what I'm saying is that 10 minutes, you put it there. Maybe my church, those things, like kind of the day, any of those things, and numbers and all that. Okay, 10-15 minutes. We'll be here. Four questions be every time say when I can also bring 30 minutes of my what answer those questions. Four questions are okay. What be this? Why?
Macho Zoom someone for bisa question one more.
Zoom questions or one.
Okay, chat one more now. Ebenezer. Okay.
Still on the leadership.
Okay.
I wanted to ask, say, if you're a leader of a group, as a leader, it is expected of you, say, you be innovative.
Sure.
And he said, oh, idea, you know, platform, so say, okay, performing no ideas and rap. Now, you're not getting answers from anybody. Then you keep on asking people to bring on their opinions, indicating, stating, say, you're not forcing anybody to buy in what you have suggested. It's almost on the embra. Now still we are not coming forth. And then subsequently a couple will come by, talk to you, and then you explain yourself. Okay, I'd like to use a practical example.
Okay.
India, me per se now me go my research. Any suggestion about so can we buy this for this program? And I say yeah, we do another opinion on Fambra. And nobody's coming, nobody's speaking, nobody's saying anything. Now, subsequently, you'll be about, oh, I didn't know you had to want to pay. And so I don't have a problem if you don't like it. What do you think we should buy? I just don't like it. I don't have any idea.
Yeah.
I don't like it. I don't have any idea.
My question is, you see, we should always be mindful with the people we deal with, especially in administration. For instance, ABA, the okay, executive members, and as a mood decide on something, not moving back about the masks. And if you are back for be, or yes, you first have to analyze and say, independent in or yes, is this or need the capacity to understand from the angle that you're coming from, and answer only, but just because if you are in or yes, you should be able to ascertain what is the real truth behind this. There are people who have their own camera and don't argue. And don't argue because now you know on being baby award, some people can be padded. But be a Osha when you pay your own camera, But just because if you were bent, some of them are before, not in the sense of Mutu Bukorina, but almost by a baby home. Share my memory example. Now they still have to go back to politics. Bibiana MP before any policy be ever bad, ever bought a master. MP in the buy, NDC will speak against it. Bibiana NDC for any policy be ever bad, bought a master. I'm telling you, I say MPP will speak against it. And then you know why? MPP before they buy, yeah, more kindly as support no more yet. Never talk about what you say, yeah. It means that you will lose the election. Okay, and this is when they buy. You support one month for you know, maybe 2 months, you will lose the election. So this kind of witchcraft, you know, any year, your mom pay a pana do a year. So, do so, time and buy. And lay down for a very long time. And people before were very happy. Say, I didn't know because the more now I'm on for a transhuman. Or we'll food no matter what the NDC. I'm telling you. Covenant nearby. NDC for all or more the end of her. Or one pipe of pine and sink. I didn't ever hear to say. Madam Cato, you see, I'm a psychic. I can think about what people think before they say. I didn't be. Nanka from a beer. I don't know that I'm an idea. And ye, now I'm going to ask you. I'm telling you, this is politics for you. But if you want to so you as a leader, first identify who hates you in that grouping. Nippon hates you because you're a bad person. You are a good person. What are the strategies to change that bad person? It is your own homework to do. So how to approach it? Like I told you, when I want the idea in the buy, the person is not buying into it, not because the idea in it, but just because if you are able to onto. So find ways and means at the beginning of the top platform, that's why you call the person aside and I say, my dear, I have this suggestion, a very good suggestion. Why don't you put on the platform, not really discuss it? I mean, if you were bad, people will see how you, because you are very important on the platform, people respect you and all that. And I also see you as my mentor. So if you put it there, people will see that it's coming for you, they will accept it and I will support it. You try it one day and see. They want to have their name. They want to have their face. So pass with them. And the same thing I want to have on you to know. If you know how to know, or not the energy best support, not the BS9. See, we need to become exceptional, different from people we accuse or criticize. See, me a very difficult person, me need to know better. And I need to know being here anymore. No matter who you are, no me, I will try everything possible. I will prove you wrong. Everyone you are going by myself. I will prove you wrong. Because meningophobia, behind me, they say many things and they come to me and I treat them better than any other person. I want to prove them wrong. I want to prove them wrong. So please, when you go for a year to man, study. A leader is somebody who sits down and study the person he's working with. You will be a leader. What journey plan for me for a long time. Now I'm on for no year to many as a you're not a good leader. We need 10 pay. Sit down. So you'll be a one time like you'll be a one time gentleman. Take pen. See, let me tell you, we are 10 in the group. Take pen and list all their names. Okay, I'm Jnana. I'm working with all these people. So first, my Reverend Rose. Sign up Reverend Rose. Write everything down. The minister my man of to say, or to say, or to say, or to say. When it comes to me as a person, how do I see this woman? I think say woman doesn't like me because say. Write everything down. Go to number 2. Okay, and Hadia. Hadia is this position or one position where I say me say. Then the man analyze about her. Me say. When it comes to me, how do I see her? What should be down? Analyze everybody like that. And now ask yourself, how do I deal with this man Rose in regards to that money? And begin to implement those feelings, those assertions. You cannot just be working with people when you don't know them. The only thing is okay, or a secretary, or a chairperson, you don't know anything. You have not done any assessment about the person. You are not a leader. I know, unless I'm not with you, I will never impose my feelings and my ideas on you. I know your level of thinking, so I will approach you in a way I may offend you. But gradually, I will be able to, reform you and make sure that you're not a misfortune. So please, we should all do that. Among us, the 10 people, I assignment, everybody should go and do it. I'll call you individually and find out whether you have done that. Go there, get a notebook, write the name of the person's position, and what you feel about the person. Write everything down. How you think this person, all this while may can't be a response. May there be a response. So I think this is the way this one perceives me, or this one perceives me. Write it down. Write for all the 10 people. And now ask yourself, as soon as you are going to say, then I make me you make me I have to get it to operate them and try to implement it against all of them and see whether you're not able to become successful. You don't work with people and you don't know them, you don't know their weakness, you don't know their strength, you don't know what their aspiration in life. You should be able to determine this person, the empty or Johnny Okuowe, if you're a leader, you must know this. As soon as you see a chairperson or a secretary or a treasurer, with my own analysis, I think say a way in Mammy way and a papa way, or yes, executive member. If you're able to assess everybody like that, it will help you to be able to deal with them. You see, I went over back at or what to say, Mammy was less than a year, right?
1 year.
Or 1 year. So when I probably a daily, now or a BMO, not a very what I did one. Who don't say Accra? Because say what says them so Accra or Accra to be and out. A book club before I know why sir. But I was back over best 9 years. Not go fight and one of the young one. Who do we try to go? Why? Because what says it over 9 years at least. That's why I give you more. I have a over our 20 years. No, so what I'm talking about, most are not a very time man. Who might share some grand. Because we've been able to assess over 25 years, you need to assess people that you work with as co-executive members. So when I say yeah, you're some of the executives you have grow when it's so bad. You should know as soon as I grow when it's so. The because I didn't even far grow one I remember. It's like the person who didn't be a far grow gives one. Now they're far so. Man, wait. The idea now said people should get married and come together. You should go you should be able to assess the people you work with so that you know their weakness, their strength, and then you'll be able to deal with them. So please, it is really, really very important for us to know the people we work with as leaders. And yes, I'm telling you. Some of you are who are complaining because they didn't know themselves that they are doing all these things. So please, my son say idea very important. I said we need to know the people. Okay, it's a very small question for my name is okay, it's a very yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. My two question answer I really so the question is And run me your sort of platform for my dream. Yeah, sort of platform. So, and I was supposed to speak yesterday. Your program be at the part 8. Oh, soon. Now, on that platform, me, I am a spiritual master. Me, I'm a master is there. I know many of his God brothers, spiritual masters, about 8 of them. So, last 2 weeks, I should speak. I told them, no, me, I can't. Oh, I can't speak in front of these people. No, I can't. You know, because any small mistake you make there is a big thing for you. So by a penny back, also no way, you must speak. It is an instruction. You must speak, you know. And the spiritual cycles, when you are being given instruction, you can't say no. So when I started, I said, in fact, I am not qualified to speak, but I was doing as a matter of service. So they should forgive me with all my flaws and all my inadequacies. So he is referring to that, said, here's the case, say, who are leaders? Group now, there are many people who are missing with film. When it comes to academic qualification, many of them are more qualified than you. I'm a friend, and I'm a cat.